Today this tutorial is basically for the beginners on the Adobe Premiere Pro CC. This is basically for you. You're going to be learning to how to edit your videos. I'm going to be giving you basics on how to use Premiere Pro. So this is basically for the beginners. Just don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, that is Mark Douglas 256 Producer. I'll be giving you more and more tutorials. Just press subscribe. We begin by opening up the software. This is Adobe Premiere Pro CC editing software. So we open it, and here it opens. Just don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel, which is Mark Douglas 256 Producer. So when it opens, you're able to see that it brings to you a certain table that you have to fill. And first there is, as you see, there is an option of new project, there is open project, there is that shows open project. This is, you use this when you already opened up a project that you want to continue with it. You press there and then open it, then continue with from where you began, or you open the new project. For us, we're going to open the new project because we're going to have a new project. We've not yet done it anywhere, so it's going to be new. So we're going to open a new project, and you click on new project. It brings you another table which to fill, and here you put you rename the profile, you rename the project. Make sure you don't interfere with some of these settings because they are somehow complicated, that once you change them they might be a little bit hard for you to reset them after you're done with your editing or after it opens. So let's name this Mark Douglas 256 Producer. It's the title we're going to name our project. Let's name it Mark Douglas 256 Producer. Make sure you don't interfere with all these unless you know what they mean, or unless you know the type of camera you used and some other stuff that the computer will ask you. But if you're not able to answer those, don't tamper and don't touch them. So you press OK, it opens up. So this is Premiere Pro CC Adobe editing software. It comes with screens. These are screens, though for now you cannot observe that they're screens, but sometime to come you're going to see that there are screens in here. So this is a screen, but you're not yet seeing anything showing on it. You first have to import some work, then drag it to that screen. That's when you will see that it's also a screen. This on the left hand, on the right hand side is also a screen. As you see, this is the importing area. This is where your work that you import comes, and here's where from which you pick the work to drag on this screen here that tapping that. So on the left hand side screen, and this screen here is the time. It isn't a screen, it is the timeline area. So one screen, first screen, then second screen, then so this here is the importing area, or the raw area where you put your raw footage that you're going to edit. So we're going to be looking at how we begin editing with Premiere Pro CC. So as you see, there are keys that I'm going to tell you that are going to be used when editing, and some of these are the cut buttons. So when you go to the importing area, to those of you using the Mac computers, you use the Command I button to bring out, which will bring you to this folder here, from which you select where you've kept your files or where your files that you're going to edit are. Yeah, you open. To those of you using the Macintosh computers or the Apple computers, you use Command I, and to those who use the Windows computers, you press Control I. That's when you see this menu here, which will link you to where you save your work or your videos that you're going to edit. Let's assume you're going to edit this. You come to import. The import button is always down here. You click on it, then come to import. Press import, then it automatically imports to the working area. I already told you that the video comes to the working area. Hope you're able to see. When I zoom, the video is there though. So when you double click on it, you'll be able to see the screen that I told you about. This is the first screen, and it is the editing area where the raw material that is not yet edited comes. So this is the editing area. So this is the first screen, and this is the footage here that we've imported. So hope you can see. That's the footage. So before so this thing here, hope you can see it. It's a sort of it's kind of a ruler. Once I move it, these objects also move. Then once I use these buttons, I cut to the first and to the end. Then I drag my video to the timeline. You see? Hope you are able to observe the second screen that I told you about. So once I drag, after cutting, it shows me the timeline and shows me the second screen. Some other shortcuts of cutting are I. You press the I button on your keyboard to cut on the left hand side, and then the O button to cut on the right hand side. So these are my inputs. These are inputs that I've imported and dragged on the screen. So hope you can see. Observe on your screen what's happening. This is the timeline for video, and the down one is the timeline for video. So the one I'm pointing at, or the one where the cursor is the one for video. So this is for video basically. Video. See? You see? Look at our footage. You drag to the raw area where you drag from the importing area, and then you put to the left hand screen for editing. You don't drag it to the right screen right away. So let's use some other footage here that will bring out what we want clearly. So let's try out this. Let's try out these three presenters. You can also drag them from the folder anywhere you saved them, and then you drag them to the importing area. As long as you point them to the you drag them to the importing area, it to be able to import. You don't drag them on the screen, neither on the timeline. So you drag them in the importing area, then you're good to go. So as you can see, these are presenters. They are standing as per now, but I want you to see what happens when, see, so you move your cursor and then see, hope you can see. Whenever I move it, they also move. Whenever I move it, they also move. They take action. Whenever I move it this side, left, right, left, right, left, right. So when I keep on moving it like this, they also take action. Hope you can see. So this mainly helps you to see where you begin cutting and where you end cutting. You see, when I move it, hope you can see it keeps on moving. When I zoom, it keeps on moving. That shows that the video is playing. Hope you can see. I can take it to the back from where I began. See? See? They are now dancing and I might not be liking what they do and I want to cut out that, so see, hope you're now seeing they're dancing, they are not doing anything, they're just like that. And imagine these are presenters, so for you as an editor, you might not be liking what they do and you might be, you might be in need of cutting out all that they are doing when you don't like it. So you can move this thing to, you can move it, dancing, they're dancing. You move it to where you want to begin from. So you eliminate the other part where they're doing some other things. So this is the cut button. You press it, you cut on the front, and then you see it has cut from the front. Then when you move it to where you want, or to where, you see, when you move it to there, then you press the mark out button. The first one is the mark in button and the second one is the mark out button. So you're able to get only this. Only that selected part is what you're going to take from the beginning to here at the end.